በቻይና የሚደረጉ የማራቶን ውድድሮች በብዛት ለዓለም አቀፉ ተመልካችና ተከታታይ የመድረሳቸው ነገር እምብዛም ነው። ይህ የውሃን ማራቶን የኢትዮጵያውያን አትሌቶች በ2026 በቻይና ምድር ያደረጉት አስደናቂ ውድድር ነው። ውድድሩ እጅግ ፈታኝ ነበረ። ኮርሱ በጣም ይከብዳል። ደግሞ የአየር ንብረቱ በአንድ ውድድር ላይ 2-3 ጊዜ ሲለዋወጥ ይታያል። እዚህ ላይ ደግሞ ሂዩሚዲቲው ለመተንፈስ እጅግ አስቸጋሪ እንደነበረ ይገለጽለታል። ታዲያ ይህንን ውድድር የኢትዮጵያውያን አትሌቶች ተቋቁመው በወንዶቹም በሴቶቹም አስደናቂ የሚባል ውጤት በማስመዝገብ ማጠናቀቅ ችለዋል። የተወደዳችሁ የኢትዮ አትሌቲክስ ተከታታዮች ለዛሬ በማርች ወር የተደረገውን የውሃን ማራቶን ይዘንላችሁ መተናል። ይህንን ውድድር ለብዙዎች እንዲዳረስ ላይክ፣ ሼር፣ ኮሜንት በማድረግ ጀምሩ። ሰብስክራይብ በማድረግ ቤተሰባችን መሆኑን እንዳትዘነጉት። ዘንድሮ በውሃን ማራቶን ታሪክ አዲስ የሆነ ክብረ ወሰን ገና ከጅምሩ ነበረ መመዝገብ የጀመረው። 450 ሺህ በላይ ሰዎች በዚህ ማራቶን ለመካፈል ውድድራቸውንም ለማድረግ ጥያቄ አቀረቡ። እናም የውድድሩ አዘጋጆች ማሳተፍ የምንችለው ከ30 ሺህ የበለጠ ሊሆን አይችልም አሉ። በሎተሪ ዕጣ ተካፋዮቹን ወሰኑ። የኢትዮጵያውያኑ አትሌቶች ግን እንዲህ ያለው ችግር አልገጠማቸውም። እጅግ ዘመናዊና ድንቅ በሆነ የቻይናዋ መዲና ውሃን ይህ ማራቶን ውድድር ሲደረግ ኬንያውያንና ኢትዮጵያውያን አትሌቶች እስከ መጨረሻው ድረስ ለአስጨራሽ ትንቅንቅ አድርገዋል። የዓለም አትሌቲክስ የሌብል ደረጃ የሰጠው በታዋቂነቱም ቢሆን ከፍ እያለ የመጣው የባንክ ኦፍ ቻይና ውሃን ማራቶን መጋቢት 13 2018 በፈረንጆቹ ማርች 22 2026 በቻይናዋ ታሪካዊ ከተማ ውሃን በታላቅ ድምቀት ተደረገ። 30 ሺህ ሯጮች በሎተሪ መንገድ እድላቸውን አገኙ። በታሪክ ከፍተኛ የሚባለው ተሳታፊ የተመዘገበበት ስለሆነ ይህንን መምረጥ ላዘጋጆቹ ፈተና ነበረ። ነገር ግን እጅግ በሚደንቅ ሁኔታ 17 ሺህ ሯጮች በሙሉ 42 ኪሎ ሜትሩን ውድድር ማጠናቀቅ ቻሉ። 13 ሺህ ሯጮች ደግሞ በግማሽ ማራቶን 21 ኪሎ ሜትር ላይ መሳተፍ ችለዋል። እናም ተሳታፊዎቹ በቁጥር በዛ ብለው መምጣት ብቻ አይደለም፣ ጠንከር ያሉ ልምምዶችን በመስራት ውድድሩንም ማጠናቀቅ ችለዋል። ውድድሩ የተጀመረው ገና በማለዳው ነበረ። 1 ሰዓት ከ30 በርከት ያለ የፉክክር ሞገዶች ወይንም የሯጮች ዌቮች በማራቶኑ ላይ ይስተዋሉ ነበረ። በወንዶቹ የነበረው ፉክክር ረዘም ላሉ ኪሎ ሜትሮች ምናልባትም እስከ መጨረሻው ሰከንድ ድረስ የነበረው በኢትዮጵያና በኬንያውያን አትሌቶች መካከል ነበረ። የኬንያዊው አትሌት ጆን እምቡሩ ዊሪሩ እስከ መጨረሻው ድረስ ከጋዲሳ ታፋ ጋር ብርቱ የሚባል ትንቅንቅ አድርጓል። ጋዲሳ ጣፋ የ30 ዓመቱ አትሌት ባለፉት 3 ዓመታት በማራቶን ርቀት ላይ ትልቅ መሻሻል እያሳየ የመጣ ሯጭ ነው። በ2024 በሴቪያ ማራቶን 2:08:15 በመግባት የግል ምርጥ ሰዓቱ ማስመዝገቡ የሚታወስ ሲሆን በውሃን ያስመዘገበው 2:10:23 በአስቸጋሪው እርጥበታማ አዘል አየር ንብረት ውስጥ የተመዘገበ በጣም ትልቅ የሚባል ውጤት ሆኖለታል። በዚህ ውድድር ወጣቱ እምባይ ጎይቶም 2 ሰዓት ከ12:31 በመግባት ውድድሩን አጠናቋል። የሴቶቹም ትንቅንቅ ቢሆን ቀላል የሚባል አልነበረም። በሴቶቹ ዘርፍ ኢትዮጵያውያን አትሌቶች የበላይነታቸውን አሳይተዋል። ኬንያዊቷ ቬሮኒካ ማይና እስከ መጨረሻው ድረስ አስቸጋሪ ተፋላሚ ሆና ቆይታለች። ታምር አገሬ 2 ሰዓት ከ25:47 የገባችበት ሲሆን ሌንሳ ደበሌ ደግሞ 2 ሰዓት ከ28:44 ውድድሩን ያጠናቀቀችበት ሰዓት ሆኗል። ታምር አገሬ ባለፉት 3 ዓመታት በቻይና በተደረጉ እንደነ ዣመንና ታይዋን ባሉ ማራቶኖች በደረጃ ሰንጠረዥ ውስጥ ሳትወጣ በማጠናቀቅ ወጥ የሆነ ብቃት አሳይታለች። በውሃን ያስመዘገበችው ሰዓት ከግል ምርጥ ሰዓቷ 2 ሰዓት ከ25:20 ጋር የተቀራረበ ነበረ። ሌንሳ ደበሌ 20 ዓመቷ ላይ የምትገኝ ወጣት አትሌት ናት። በውሃን ያሳየችው ጽናት ለኢትዮጵያ እጅግ ተስፋ የሚጣልባት እንደሆነ አስመስክራለች። አስካለ አለማየሁ ደግሞ ውድድሩን በ5ኛነት ነበር የጨረሰችው።
የዩቲዩብ ተከታታዮች ሰብስክራይብ በማድረግ ቤተሰብ መሆን እንዳትዘነጉ። ላይክ እና ሼር በማድረግ ለሌሎች እንዲዳረስም አድርጉ።
የውሃን የማራቶን ኮርስ በቻይና ካሉ የማራቶን ውድድሮች ውስጥ እጅግ ውብና ማራኪው ነው ቢባል ማጋነን አይደለም። ውድድሩ የተካሄደው የቼሪ አበባዎች በፈኩበት እጅግ በሚያምር ጎዳና ነበረ። ወቅቱም ቢሆን ለዚህ የተመቹ ነበረ። ሯጮች 3500 የቼሪ ዛፎች ታጅበው የቼሪ አበባ መሮጫ ወይንም ቼሪ ብሉሰም ራንዌይ በሚባለው መንገድ ላይ ሲሮጡ ተመልክተናል። ደግሞ ታሪካዊ ስፍራዎችም በቦታው ተካተዋል። ሯጮቹ እንደነ ያንግቲዝ ወንዝ ድልድይ፣ በቢጫ ክሬን ታወር እና በአሲት ሌክ ላይ ሲያሳልፉ ታዝበናል። የዘንድሮ ውድድር ለማጠናቀቂያነት የተጠቀመው በቺንግሻን ወረዳ የሚገኘውን የያንግቲዝ ወንዝ ዳርቻ ሲሆን ቦታው የኢንዱስትሪ ቀጠና የነበረ አሁን ወደ ውብ የአትክልት ስፍራነት የተቀየረ ስፍራ ነው። እናም በዚህ ውድድር ላይ ኢትዮጵያውያን እስከ መጨረሻው ድረስ ብርቱ የሚባል ፉክክር በማድረግ አስገራሚ የሚባል ውጤት ማስመዝገብ ችለዋል። የተወደዳችሁ የኢትዮ አትሌቲክስ ተከታታዮች ይህንን ውድድር እስከ መጨረሻው በማየት እንድትዝናኑበት ጋበዝናችሁ። ለሌሎች ሰዎችም እንዲዳረስ ላይክ፣ ሼር፣ ኮሜንት ማድረግ እንዳይዘነጋ። ሰብስክራይብ በማድረግ ቤተሰባችን ሁኑ። ሰላም።
Countdown 3, 2, 1. Yeah, here we go. They started. This year, unlike previous, we only have full marathon and half marathon. So they are 15 minutes apart with 2 waves of firing. And so based on your experience, Alan, how to control the pace?
Okay, well...
Will you run very fast in the beginning or you pick up your speed later?
First of all, at the beginning, when you're waiting at the beginning, you should pick the right place, okay? If you're slow, then if you know you're slow, then stand somewhere near the back, okay? You're also given...
Industry, so by Russian brothers, J.K. Banova, the boss of the Fuchang Brick Tea Factory. So today we still celebrate the Wanli Cha Dao, so the over 10,000 Li tea route that has linked China and Russia and other places.
Okay, well, yeah, so I went there at, I went there in that area, the creative area, including the Bahnhof building, on Christmas Day.
Wow.
Okay, so we went and had really enjoyed ourselves in that area on Christmas Day. The tea route is actually, it's not really widely appreciated, but historically, before, basically, tea originally came from China, but then the British took it from China. British took it from China to India.
Yeah.
And then so historically there was a trade route via whichever animals which were convenient at the time to go from central China north into Russia, overland to Europe. Okay, but then the British had the ships and they sailed them quickly. They were called clippers, which meant they went quickly to Europe. Okay, so suddenly the overland trade routes like collapsed.
Oh no.
Okay, and then they had to have a slightly different processing material. That's why it's called brick tea, because the fresh tea couldn't survive.
Design enterprises with the main business revenue growing by 13.54% year on year last year. So it also boasts 6 provincial level engineering research centers, 1 provincial level enterprise technology center, and industry leading enterprise such as the Yangtze River Design Group and China Municipal Engineering South Central China, achieving national leading levels. So very impressive area. Not only just about this tremendous research and production capabilities, but also a strong development momentum in the years to come. So, for example, at the Achi Riverside Business District, the residents who have been living here, they talk about how this area has been renovated we have the dramatic landscape change in the area, and also the star again about this Wuhan Tiandi and also many high quality and high-end enterprises because they want to join to capture the momentum of development. So as you can see, this area we have a red roof. That's a sign they have been renovating, and this area I personally really adore this area. It's a renovated Zhongshan Avenue. So that's a transition from Jiang'an district to Jianghan district. But here, my favorite spot, Wuhan Fine Art Museum, where I could enjoy gorgeous paintings. So anyway, the real estate economy has been bearing a lot of fruit, and in the past 10 years, 2 buildings in the district paid more than 1 billion yuan in tax, and 21 buildings paid more than 100 million yuan. So think about it. You look at this high-rise building. As a marathon runner, you think about the challenge of climbing up. Yeah, but that's good news for people in the area because these buildings also produce a lot of revenue. Yeah, so that's a very exciting part of Jiang'an district. Strong development momentum, as well as historical buildings, the renovation, and so yeah, it's very pleasant to run in this area. So as they now on Zhongshan Avenue, so probably you think about the also very famous Jianghan Road pedestrian street. So yeah.
So they're on Zhongshan Dadao. They're just on 4 kilometers in 12 minutes. That's 3 minutes per kilometer, which is about 2 hours 6, 2 hours 7 pace. So they're going pretty briskly at this time. Okay, it looks like a Kenyan runner at front, and Jie in the sunglasses looks like he's in number 3 position. You can just see him on the left.
Yeah.
Okay, he's got a very aggressive running style. Okay, very distinctive, quite aggressive running style, whereas the Kenyan looks just a little bit smoother in my opinion. Okay. So.
Right. So I am just always curious how you exercise to the point that you can control your breath. So this is Dong Guojian, so with a very impressive PB in Japan in 2024. Yeah, Osaka. Yeah. Oh, I love this scene, don't you? So the beautiful. Yeah. So that's another highlight of this month for Wuhan. So it's also called the month of cherry blossoms. So you can see cherry blossoms everywhere. You can, very easily pick.
When I was a student, is diving. Okay,
how tall is the?
Well, in competition, I used to dive from anywhere 1 meter, 3 meter, 5 meter, up to 10 meters. Okay, but obviously, like Fu Mingxia is a Wuhan superhero.
Yeah, right, right.
Yeah, so yeah, she is.
She's amazing.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so. And then we have. So in that area also, you will see some historic landmark, like in Wuhan Road. We used to have a huge bookstore, and now they come to the bridge. And so after Hanyang, I don't know whether you have been to those the newly opened Guishan TV tower.
Yeah, it's just recently reopened, okay, and I'm told like last weekend there were lots and lots of people up there because they also have very nice flowers up there. Okay, so you don't have to run along the marathon course to see lots of nice flowers. Okay, but it's so this is and it's also got beautiful views over the confluence of the
you have a bird view of our 3 towns, 2 rivers.
Yes.
So and that's so called the classic running route of Wuhan Marathon. We call it 1 city, 2 rivers, and 3 towns, and 4 lakes.
4 lakes.
Right.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes,
yeah, 5, and now 7 districts. So, so 3 towns. So what's what are the three towns since you have been here for over 20 years?
The three towns, Hankou, Hanyang, and Wuchang.
Oh, great,
but
great,
not necessarily in that order. But when I first arrived, it's like Hankou's business, Wuchang universities, and Hanyang car factories.
Yeah. The Hanyang has one thing that is kind of captured the attention around the world recently, because we have a trend so-called becoming Chinese on TikTok and other overseas media platforms. So, so we had this beautiful, I think it's a Russian lady. She dressed up in our traditional Han Fu. So very beautifully holding a cup of tea at the newly opened Guishan that TV tower.
Yes.
She was sitting there, so we have the nice view of the city landscape where this lady, doing so. So we had this saying or line say, "You have met me at a very Chinese moment." So basically, she was drinking a cup of tea in a very traditional Chinese gown. So, which take me to another theme of this area, Hanyang. So we have this so-called Balsam friendship, or Zhiyin culture, or kindred spirit. So in this area, we have constructed. If you love music and art, you might go there a lot to the Qingtai concert hall, and also the newly constructed fine art gallery. So this is a place where you can embrace history, art, and music, and a lot of you can see the Jing Hall there.
So there are the two distinctive. There's the theatre and the music hall. They're two very, very distinctive. And then there's the super distinctive Yangtze River big bridge. They'll be coming along to cross. Just coming close to 10 kilometers now, so 9.4 kilometers. So we'll just check the time. Check the time. I think they've just slowed down a tiny bit. This is the highest point on the route, the top of the this bridge. And when they get just to the other end,
I'm impressed how fast they run.
Oh yes. When they get to the other end, and when there's a lot of people in that area, they have some fantastic aerial photographs. You see people on the bridge, and you see people under the bridge. In a big loop, and you see some wonderful photographs there.
Right. So talking about bridges, so Wuhan is known in the world as the capital city of bridges. How many bridges do you know we have in Wuhan?
See, I actually know where I to China. She was actually, when she was a student, she spent a year in Hubei University.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I think that Hubei University has a lot of connection. Still today, they had a collaboration with Manchester.
Oh, yes.
And also...
it's a twin town. So Wuhan per se is because it's got the Yangtze River, there's a lot of people living on both sides of the river. And we call that a city where people live on both sides of the river. There's a fancy word for it, which is riparian. But on the Yangtze River, you look at the other cities in China on the Yangtze River, they're predominantly either north of the river or south of the river. Whereas Wuhan is truly both sides of the river. It's like Chongqing, it's more Niliu north side of the river, plus lately a little bit south side of the river. But Wuhan is definitely, it's the three areas got very different, characteristics.
I can't agree with you more. So now they're running along the Wuchang River Beach, and they've just passed the also iconic, or say very beautiful cultural creative area called Tanghualing. I wonder if you have been there. So that is the spot where you have east meets west in reality. It's a very vivid illustration, because again, it's close to the riverside, so you have people coming in. They had European people, they had their churches, they had their schools there. But at the same time, traditional Chinese intellectual people, like Gongyuan, so the examination houses, they also try to pass the national examination to climb up. So that's where you really see a lot of encountering, if not clashing, of the Western and Eastern civilization or culture. So that's an area. This year they also integrated a lot of things that attract young people. So they have cafe bars, they have a barbecue spot, and on the top of the small hill, you can have a gorgeous view of the river and also the Yellow Crane Tower, especially at night, lit up like a golden, so it's a very, very nice view at night.
A few years ago, there was I think definitely in 2023, there was the Wuhan Ancient City Half Marathon, which went, which went through a lot of these places, including right down this road here.
Yeah, we also live broadcasted the event. Yeah, it was very good in the sense that because Wuchang used to be, as I mentioned earlier, a lot of history. We just celebrated the 1,800 year anniversary of the establishment of the ancient town. So yeah, I just love this area. I love history.
And there's some more cherry trees in the background. Yes.
Yeah. So as they pass along on this side, as you said, that Wuhan definitely a gorgeous city. You have the north and south side of the river, so which make Wuhan an excellent Portland city. So Wuhan Port is located in, so actually Wuhan Port is the largest port in the middle reaches of the Yangtze River and one of the major inland ports in China, classified as a national first-class open port. So at the heart of China, perhaps you have heard this term describing Wuhan as the nine
九州啊
九省通衢. So that refers to 9 provinces. But these days, actually, with convenient waterway and highway, and we also have Tianhe Airport, and then Huahu International Cargo Airport, which makes Wuhan strategically not just in the middle, but actually serve as a gateway to the world.
Yeah, I think the Ezhou, the cargo or logistics airport, is actually phenomenal. Okay, I just a few months ago I just saw a video about it, and it's just like just so much stuff flies into Wuhan, and then it's just like. And I know my wife buys lots of stuff on online. I know why it arrives so quickly. It just flies to Ezhou and then just pops up, just comes down the road, okay? Because it's just So and then if you're anywhere near Wuhan, within like a few hundred kilometers of Wuhan, then if you buy something online from somewhere away, it's going to end up in Ezhou and then be distributed from there.
Right. So Wuhan now really serves as the hub city. So it makes life so much more convenient. So back to the Wuhan port. So it's a total natural shoreline length of 349.6 kilometers, comprises of 22 berths, even disputed.
This point here, if you're running a half marathon and you're a bit tired, this is going to hurt. This is a gentle hill. It's only really the second hill, but as a half marathon runner, you will be feeling quite sore at this point because you're just
you're climbing up somehow.
You're just going up to Shahu, and you are going to be feeling it. There's actually, because it's quite narrow here, you've got very little support. So you've only got yourself and your misery and your pain.
So how did you manage? How did you handle it?
Well, actually, the first time quite badly, to tell the truth. The second time and the third time, much better.
So how is there a secret? Do you have a way to?
Just general mental strategies are just like You're not okay. You're not running a marathon. You're running 5 kilometers and then another 5
Oh,
kilometers.
okay. So you just pace yourself.
No,
yeah.
you just think
Small goal.
Yeah, just small goals. Lots of small goals, not one big goal.
Yeah.
Because the big goal is just too big.
Yeah.
Yeah, and, anybody who it's like 42 kilometers. I can't run that.
Yeah, but little by little. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, we have this beautiful lady. I wonder where you come from, but it's nice smile and.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I have no idea where she is.
But it's always it's just so nice to have such a positive attitude and a beautiful smile.
The cameramen are very good at capturing people with nice smiles. Yes.
So in 2023, Wuhan Port achieved a container throughput of 2.79 million TEUs, ranking second in Yangtze River inland shipping operations. So trailing only behind Suzhou Port and Nanjing Port. By 2024, we pick up the port's container throughput surpasses 3.5 million TEUs. Maintaining its leading position in the middle and the upper reaches of the Yangtze River. So now Wuhan Port has actively expanding multimodal transport networks through integrated rail, road, and waterway systems, enabling rapid cargo transmission and efficient distribution. So in 2024, the port's rail water intermodal transport volume reached 231,600 TEUs, marking a 44.5 year-on-year increase. So so besides inland, we also had connection with the outside world, like Yangluo Port especially, open a lot of international direct shipping routes to Japan, Korea, Russia, Vietnam, Indonesia. So we look ahead and we just want to see Wuhan, stretch out her leg. So according to you, at this point, it's fair to say it is half. It's
close to half marathon, yes. They're going over the bridge over Shahu now, just on the runner's right-hand side, so the left of this picture, they'll be coming up to Hanjie, and the half marathon runners will be finished just to the left as we're looking at it. Okay, so that they will finish there, and the full marathon runners will just basically go on the underpass. Okay, they'll be below ground for a couple of minutes before going sort of like straight.
Event attract them, so for example in elite universities. So this is something very exciting because we met these people from like Tsinghua University. This gentleman talk about. So we have Tsinghua University. Wish the very best for the event, and also from Hong Kong, University of Hong Kong. We have Zheng Qian. So it's a cross-country team. So something nice about her is that she used to participate in the 2024 Wuhan Marathon and very excited to get back to Wuhan this year. And then we have University of São Paulo team from Brazil. So they had the honor to represent South America and as one of the largest and most respected institutions of higher education in Latin America. So we also have let me see. A group from New Zealand, because Christchurch is also a sister city of Wuhan. Okay. So we have 5 people from young men and ladies. And what impressed me is what they say. Of course, they say this as a lot of foreigners coming in Wuhan to say, how big is the city. This city is huge.
It is. Yes.
Is that what impressed you in the beginning?
Well, I grew up in London, so I know.
Oh, London! Oh boy!
So okay. Here they're going on the bus. I know roughly. I know. Basically, who knows where London stops? Okay.
Yeah, it's international metropolis.
Yeah. Okay. But Wuhan is huge. Okay, and getting bigger because when I arrived, okay, where the big roundabout at Optics Valley is, or just where sort of like Hust. Huazhong University.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty much where Wuhan stopped. Okay.
Not really. We continue to.
No, that's when I arrived. That is where Wuhan pretty much stopped. But now it's just more and more.
Yeah, right.
Much further.
Yeah, you have Optic Valleys of China, so the city keeps growing.
Okay, so just in terms of infrastructure, when I arrived, okay, line number 1 was not yet open. It was in testing phase.
Yeah.
Okay, and
yeah.
So it was just like testing line number 1, and none of the underground lines had even started. Okay, and now there are I don't know 14.
Yeah.
I don't know how many there are.
A group we have. Let me see. So they had Wu Yixi from Hong Kong. So Bachelor of Nursing, University of Hong Kong, and not Zheng Qian. We mentioned the lady, University of Hong Kong, come back again. So she's master degree in economics. And then we have another man from Hong Kong, Liu Zhaojun, Bachelor of Dental Surgery or dentist, very promising future. And then University of Hong Kong, we have Xie Yingying, Master of Journalism, so will be competing with me for journalistic jobs. Joking. And then we have Zheng Qian, back to Zheng Qian. So she had a record of 3 hours and 44 minutes last time in 2024 Wuhan Marathon. Very, very nice record. And I wish her the best for this year. What are the elite universities you know about China? Give me some numbers.
Actually, there was a few years ago, I was in Xi'an. My nephew came to visit me, and we were on a tour. And what happened was, like, the tour guide just said, "Oh, there are 4 famous cities in Wuhan. 4 famous cities in China for education." He says they are Beijing, Shanghai, Xi'an, and Wuhan. I think, well, he doesn't even know I'm from Wuhan. Okay, so I didn't ask him to say it, but. And then when you say, "Oh, you're in Wuhan," you go, "Which is the best university?" And then there's a fight. Okay.
It's almost like a fight between Oxford and Cambridge, right?
Yeah. So I think Wuhan University is the best. Well, I think Huazhong University, Huazhong Kejidashi is the best. Well, I think Dida is the best. And there's, I think Hubei University is the best. Anyway.
Yeah, they're in a good position to fight because actually Wuhan boasts number 3 in terms of number of universities in China. And so, as I mentioned earlier, prestigious university in China, Peking University, Tsinghua University, Fudan University, Beihang University for the first time, and the University of Hong Kong, City University of Hong Kong, the Hong Kong Polytechnic University, Hong Kong Baptist University, the Chinese University of Hong Kong, not only test the individual athletic but also highlights teamwork spirit, serving as a vivid demonstration of Wuhan's implementation of new event regulations and innovative event organization practices. So we'll see. I personally really want to give a big shout out to the young college students who especially coming so far, travel across the ocean to arrive in Wuhan. I think that this is not only just for the sake of a sports event, but also for building the connection between Wuhan and China with the rest of the world. So talking about international, well, you really have a very good breath of the clean water and refreshing air, especially after days of raining.
They're coming up to the East Lake now. Okay, so the first site of East Lake. Okay, going along the, I guess the west side now, southwest.
Yeah,
side.
so a lot of colleges around this area, so beautifully located. One of which, of course, is Wuhan University. A lot of universities and then a lot of international cultural and educational exchanges happen here. So last year in China, between China and France, so we have cultural, because last year marks the 60th anniversary of the Sino-French diplomatic tie. So a lot of cultural events, like in the summer, we have the Summer Solstice Music Day of the 2025. How to read this word? But anyways,
Croisement.
Croisement.
Yeah, okay.
Festival.
Growth, shall we
Yeah.
say.
Yeah, so that's a very so bet you study French as your second language, second foreign language. Yeah. So and then in central China, the French National Day, that special day is July the 14th. So the reception hosted by the Consul General of France in Wuhan. So we celebrate Wuhan French or France in Wuhan. The collaboration expanded from technological, so from automotive manufacturing to biopharmaceuticals, from cultural education to technological innovation, from economic cooperation to people-to-people exchanges. So very happy to see the tie strengthened. And then we have a very lovely story, I like it, the Little Prince. So officially commenced in Wuhan as well. So very nice. I like the line. The most important thing is invisible. So you have to feel it with your heart. Very beautiful line. And then in October, the French original music, Molière. Yeah, staged Molière. Okay, staged a flash mob on the Wuhan Garden Road. So very nice as the launch of the 14th Qingtai Music Festival. But they want to bring so-called classic music to you on the street. So they don't want just to be in the stage, so they invite you. And then we had the Wuhan leg of Antoine
Debele.
So that his China tour. So he had this name as the expert and author of the French New Wave.
La Nouvelle Vague.
Yeah, so we welcome him in that very good face-to-face interaction with the Wuhan audience.
Okay, so moving pictures, they were invented by the Lumiere brothers in France. They had a very
I'm glad to see still pictures start to move. That's very nice. Yeah. So, and then last month we just celebrate the 2026 French song competition. Beautiful songs, romantic music, and then we have also something we not only just the Yellow Crane Tower, like the iconic architecture, but also automobile manufacturing in Zhangkou, and also visit the Hast. So interesting. And then in last May, we also have diplomatic envoys from Vietnam, Nepal, Indonesia, Laos, and Turkey, as well as
it looks
more.
like the men's marathon, they're speeding up now.
Oh!
It's the second half. This is sort of like around about 32K.
Oh gosh, there's about like Perhaps less than 20 minutes they will be there.
About 30 minutes. Anyway, they're finishing. Okay, they've just dropped one of the Africans. There are 3 Africans and Podium together now, and there's basically somebody making a break for it.
Wow, gosh,
So
I'm glad to see. I'm glad to see that Heji is still staying in the first tier. He's
he's
very persistent.
But you'll have to watch closely because they might. There's two different ways this can go. Either the guy makes a clean break, or they can't stretching, coming back, stretching, coming back, and it looks. They haven't made a clean break, okay, but they've definitely speeded up in the last kilometre or so.
Oh my gosh! But I'm very glad they're running on the beautiful side of the city, the East Lake.
Yes.
So very refreshing, very flat.
He's looking behind him. That's always a bad sign. It's always you mustn't look back. Okay.
Why is it a bad sign? He's concerned somebody is catching up?
No, he's just thinking, he's not thinking, he's thinking,
have to slow down a little bit?
Perhaps somebody will overtake me. That's what he's thinking.
Oh.
Okay, it's and he's really working hard to stay in contact with the third man. Those two people are working together. It looks like one of them's Kenyan, one of them's Ethiopian, so they don't naturally cooperate super well. Okay, but he's working really hard now. Okay. There's always.
But it seems there's a big gap between the first tier and the rest, right?
Okay. Sure, he can still be, one of the top finishers. No, it looks like he's
number 4.
It looks like the elastic is, the elastic is being stretched, but it's not broken yet. Okay, but the 3 Africans are running together. Okay, Podium is desperately trying to
stay in the first tier.
Okay, but if he comes back, what happens is they'll just start running quickly again for another few hundred meters, and he'll be suffering and working really, really hard. He's doing a really good job now, but it's tough. It's tough. Especially since he only, he ran a marathon last week. In a quick time. Okay, it's like most people would think it's crazy to run 2 hours in two marathons in 2 weeks at this level.
Right. But in a sense, I agree with you. But at the same time, as Wuhanese, I'm so glad to have him here with us as a Wuhan Marathon. So. So we
let's go back to Africa.
No, China Walk. Yeah, so 2025. So China Walk event organized by the Asia Africa Center for China Media Group kicked off, and then we have a lot of diplomats, actually ambassadors from these 5 countries I just mentioned. So besides, again, interesting and very unforgettable experience that we have the ambassador from Vietnam. When he got onto the Yellow Crane Tower, he recited one of the Li Bai's poem in Chinese. So you can see the joy we had. And also they had quite an experience with the modern suspended monorail, the master place you should go, as one of the Wuhan's name card. And then we also have a group of people from Mongolia coming visiting us, and the people from South America, like Republic of Cuba. So Vice Premier Eduardo
Martinez Diaz.
So he came here, scientific and technology exchange, last September, China and Cuba. But at the same time, we have 5 senior Brazilian researchers visit the iconic color landmark in Wuhan's Optics Valley. Here they also try to learn from Wuhan as they stop by the New Energy Research Institute. So how to generate abundant electricity these days. I think new energy. This is what China can offer. Here comes Dong Guojian. He's
Just saying in terms of like before the Sansha was the world's largest hydroelectric power plant. Before that, it was the Itaipu Dam. It's on the border between Brazil and Paraguay. So I visited that many years ago.
Wow.
Okay, so I've been to, and looks like Hergé is coming back. Okay, but I suspect that if he does like get close, really close to them, then they'll suddenly speed up again. Okay, but he's weathering the storm. He's weathering the storm.
何姐加油
Yeah. He's not losing any ground.
So recently, also last year, so we have nearly 20 Chinese and international delegates attending the international symposium on new quality productive forces in the process of modernization. So in this group had a 3-day tour in Wuhan. They had their answer for the transformative changes that the city bring when it promotes the development of new quality productive forces. So this gentleman, Vice Chairman of the Netherlands.
It's a Dutch name, so I will just mangle it. But Baudouin Poldemans.
So that gentleman said very impressed. So he from Netherlands China Business Council. Wuhan has amazed me. So that's a lot of that's a sentiment shared by a lot. We also have a lovely tour, like 2025 Love for China, Chinese Root-Seeking Journey by young people who visited Wuhan during the summer camp. So they visited a lot of interesting places in Wuhan as well. So very glad to have them and looking forward to have more in days to come.
Okay, the elastic has broken. There are two gentlemen out in front. Okay, there's one behind. Okay, and they really put on the acceleration. Okay, they're into the last 6.5 kilometers. So it'll be the straight road leading towards the doing a U-turn here, and they'll be on the straight road into Qingshan, in a very fast straight roads towards the Yangtze, and before the final left turn to get them back onto the to the finish. Okay, but there's a big gap now, so the winner will be one of the stronger of these two. For sure.
So you said 73 meters apart. Okay. So that's a little bit challenge.
Yeah, but 73 meters. It will just mentally it seems like half a kilometer.
So, we are now 36.
Yes. 6 kilometers to go. We're on the new part of the route. Okay, probably the road is the road surface is looking very smooth and flat. Okay, there's a tiny bit of uphill. Which I think they've just overcome. Okay, so the last little bit of uphill there, and then it's flat all the way to pretty much all the way to the end. Okay,
So back to resonate with what that Dutch gentleman shared, blowing my mind or amazed me. So Wuhan actually stands out among many cities in China as a hub, as we mentioned earlier, but here we also see very strong science and technological strengths. So early this year, the Chinese New Year, we have CCTV featured the 3-episode document, each episode 40 about our wonderful Wuhan-made
EVTOL, electric vertical takeoff and landing. Okay, 60 years ago when people were imagining the future.
Like Hollywood video.
This is what they were imagining. Okay.
Right. So science-fi made real. Think about it. No need for a runway takeoff or landing place. Battery electronic vehicle, fully
automatic or autonomous.
Yeah.
The thing is, you do need a proper place to land, okay? Okay. Airports have got airports. Helicopters have got heliports. These things have got vertiports. The thing is, they have a lot of battery. They use a lot of energy. When you land, you've got to have a big source of energy to recharge them quite quickly, because they take a huge amount of energy. Okay, you know, your little e-bike you can recharge in your house. Your EVTOL you cannot recharge that in your house. Okay, you just need a lot of energy to recharge it. So that's why you need significant infrastructure for recharging. Okay.
Yeah, so. Thanks for reminding, and I think that's important. Another good news is that 6G in blind spots, so ultra high definition video streaming become a reality. So in some places like deserts, oceans, forests, and now 6G makes it possible to receive high definition signals. So very good news. And back in 2025, we have China Africa Innovation Cooperation Development Forum. Which really draws, I think, a team from our department will head for Africa to visit the countries around the Belt and Road Initiative. So to visit on site what's happening there. So very impressive work. So see. The first here, and Hejie is still there. He is catching up. He's catching up.
Well, no, he's not. But he will be fourth. Okay, it looks like the Kenyan gentleman Marui is first. The Tafa from Ethiopia is going to be second. They're just into the sakura painted last few hundred meters. Okay, so it looks like Marui from Kenya, Tafa from Ethiopia, and it's going to be 2 hours, 10 minutes, and a few seconds.
Okay, I think some audience are asking about these top 3 runners. Could you just spell the names? Oh, here he comes! Here he comes! He's already
2 hours, 10 minutes,
what's his name?
15 seconds.
Marui from...
he's from Kenya.
From Kenya, okay,
and,
from Kenya.
Tafa from Ethiopia. Okay.
From Ethiopia, number 2.
And this third gentleman, he looks like he's Kenyan, I'm not sure. Okay.
So number 3, so the top 3 from Africa,
Okay,
and then here comes Hejie, our hero, our Chinese hero. Yay! Not bad, huh? 2 minutes 10.
Okay. Well, it's very good. It's excellent. It's world class. He's a world class runner. And considering that, 2 hours, 10, 20, I don't know exactly. Considering that he ran a marathon in Seoul 1 week ago.
1 week ago.
Okay, it's astonishing.
Whoa!
It's astonishing that he can.
He can still give such a good performance.
Yes.
Very glad. And here comes another Chinese.
Mr. Dong.
Dong. From China.
And then an Ethiopian behind him. And it looks like there's going to be a sprint finish. Okay. And.
Oh, 加油! Gosh! I'd love to see. Oh gosh, he's picking up the speed.
It's running in mud. It's like running in mud, sprint finish. Oops, looks like he's taken the corner. Okay. Mr. Dong.
It's a shortcut?
Yeah, he's just run. He just. He knew he had. He's it's Mr. Dong. The other guy's basically given up. He's given up. So it's Mr. Dong in 5th. And Mr. Gaddisa from Ethiopia will be in 6th.
All right, so probably they're not just one for this, but still we offer $15,000 as the first prize, men and women alike. The second place would be $7,500 USD. Here comes Dong finishes. Yay, congratulations.
Fifth place, it'll be $2,000.
Right.
This gentleman, $1,500.
Area. So, and then we also have like you mentioned, the Optical Valley of China World Snooker. Wuhan Open, yeah.
Yes.
And I'm glad to say that last year Wuhan guy recaptured. So he defending champion. So big name stars like Liam Davis and Ben Mertens.
Hayden Pinney, Wang Xinbo.
Yeah. They also participate and they visit schools, interact with college students. A very nice event. So Wuhan Open last year, one of the most important WTA 1000 tournament. And I'm very glad that
last couple of 100 meters for the leading lady. Okay.
Yeah, here they come. Here they come. Yeah.
Here she comes. She's pretty much by herself at this stage. The paces have let her go by herself. So she'll be breaking the tape very soon. 2 hours 24 and something.
Yeah. So last year we had the Arena Sabalenka. I like her. Yeah, and of course I love Zheng Qingwen more, even though she had to withdraw. I wish her the best this year if she recover nicely. And then, so last year we had gathered the world top 10 players and 11 Grand Slam winners. Just think about that. Look at these big names, and we hope to have more excitement in this coming year. Other fun events, perhaps you have heard, the Share East Lake, which we used to call Jumping into East Lake event. Yeah, very fun. Yeah, and then we have Wuhan City Football Super League, which abbreviated as Hanchao. Yeah,
so
we have
Wuhan Sanjian.
We have a lot of super leagues in.
The second lady doesn't know quite where she's going, but she's going to the right place. Finally going in the right place.
Yeah, but she still looks very steady in her pace.
Yeah, it always annoys me that you can run for 42 kilometers together, but you've got to cross the finishing line in separate places. It's just why. The timing chip doesn't know whether you've gone left or right.
Yeah, perhaps. But this is area they need to think about it. Yeah, so
they do it everywhere. They do it in all the big marathons as well. Anyway, she's second. Well done, her.
Wow, great from Ethiopia, Tamir. So last year another fun game CCTV aired was Wuhan Mulan Grassland, the World Kite Cup Mulan Wuhan. So very fun. And then some good news for the football fans, because the Real Madrid Foundation China Youth Football Camp was held in Wuhan for the first time. And who knows, we will have a future Messi and superstars for running for China. So very nice events coming along. Last year we also very happy to see improved business environment in China, like in Wuhan specifically like the Wuhan Yangtze International Commercial Meditation Center was set up, so injecting new legal momentum. And then also Wuhan Arbitrary Commission, Wuhan International Arbitrary Center work together with the Kazakhstan International Court of Arbitrary. So very good news. And then we also hosted the 5th Wuhan International Commercial Arbitration.
It looks like we've got a first Chinese lady.
Oh yeah, there she is. Okay. Oh my.
Okay, and she's just behind the. Okay, she's.
There she is, Zhu. Okay, so Lady Zhu.
It looks like she's going to overtake the third African lady. Okay.
Let's see. Final.
She's going to overtake her. That's. Okay, so the lady on the right, she's Debele, that's an Ethiopian name. Okay, and they're just going to be fighting it out over the last couple of 100 meters. Okay.
All right, 加油加油 Oh gosh, she's running fast.
Yes, they're all running fast. Okay, let's see the.
Yeah, so last year we have Wuhan downtown duty-free shop open, cross-border e-commerce developing fast, and Wuhan is to be a national fintech center.
Sprint finish.
Oh, please, 加油加油 I love to see you. Running ahead. Oh gosh, but it must be very hard, right?
Oh,
the last.
Yeah, okay. Okay, Debele third, Stu fourth.
Yeah.
Oh,
gosh.
Okay.
All right, so let me ask you, what's the first thing coming to your mind after you finish?
Well,
Lie down or water? 朱青, yeah,
okay,
Our Lady.
What's the first thing? Just have a little rest. Just a couple of minutes of, just 2 or 3 minutes rest.
Yeah.
Okay, then perhaps something to drink, something to eat.
Yeah, right.
Okay. But
As for you to make a call to your beautiful wife.
well, actually, because I don't run with my phone.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
They're not running with their phones.
Yeah.
So,
okay. Yeah. Thanks for correcting me. Yeah.
It's okay. There's some people, a lot of those people, towards the back, they'll be running with their phones, taking a lot of photos, taking a lot of selfies. Okay. But yeah, I even when I'm training, I don't run with my phone. I'm like a kind of very old school. Like I don't listen to music.
Oh.
So,
you want to hear the cheering from the crowd? Okay, here we have the prize awarding ceremony for the big three from Africa.
Okay.
There he is, number 2. Okay.
Number 2.
Now number 1.
Here's our winner.
Yeah.
From Kenya.
Oh, big smile! Yeah, so happy.
Okay. It's amazing what the difference between coming first and second does to your pain levels.
Yeah, right. So, tell me about do you think that for your health sake, how many events a year per person would be considered?
I think for a regular person, in terms of marathons, like 1 or 2, but you can run like a half marathon is not nearly so difficult. Actually, when I ran the Wuhan marathon last time, there was this French guy starting, and he was running a half marathon every week. And he was one half marathon every week. Obviously, he wasn't world class. Okay, but even in training, people run at least half marathon distance pretty much every week. And they don't think, oh, I ran a half marathon. They just say, oh, I did a training run. Okay, so what you actually call a race and a training run is contingent on who you are. But these guys are running a total of perhaps 160 kilometers or more every week. They're running 2 times a day, except perhaps Sunday just once. Okay, they're running at least 13 times a week. Perhaps they're doing some gym work. Okay, the Western runners are more likely to be doing some like cycling. Okay, which doesn't hurt your legs quite as much. So there's an awful lot of they do a huge amount of training, and with in the last 10 years, the shoe technology has improved tremendously. That means that they can do even more